Welcome to the Content Amplification Podcast, where you will gain insight into real-life tactical and strategic elements to help you scale and grow your business. Now, let's get started with today's episode.
Hey, what's up, everybody? It is episode number 2 of the Content Amplification Podcast. That's right. I'm your host, Sean Wynot. And today we're going to be talking about mindset. And what I mean by mindset is, what are you thinking? Okay. And I don't mean this in a condescending way as, what are you thinking? Like what were you thinking? It's more of your mind controls everything that you do. Your mind controls the way that you think about things. Your mind controls the things that you do. Your mind actually controls your outcomes. And you may be saying, you know what, Sean, that's crazy. Like, how can my mind control the outcome? Well, it's really about routine, what you do every single day. When you get up in the morning, the way you feel about yourself, the way you think about your business, the way that you talk to clients, the way that you think about prospects, all those things add up and come together and really paint the picture for the type of business and lifestyle that you have. And when you have a negative mindset, when you think about your current position and you feel down on yourself, that's going to come across in your content. That's going to come across in the way that you post on social media. It's going to come across in the way that you reply to emails, the way that you answer the phone. All these things add up. Now, where am I getting to with this? What I mean is, what do you want? Have you really taken the time to think about that? Have you thought of your business at a certain level? So the easiest way to think about this is look at what your current monthly revenue is in your business. And if you've got highs and lows, that's okay. Take your yearly revenue from last year, divide it by 12. It's going to give you your average. So look at that and then look at where your lifestyle is right now. Are you struggling for bills month to month? Are there certain opportunities that you wish you could do? Could you bring on a consulting coach right now? Could you take additional training to get you skills that would help you level up your business right now with that revenue? And ultimately, are you happy with where you're at right now? For most people, the answer is probably going to be no, right? I could do better. There's more opportunity for me. There's more things I want to do. There's more places I want to go. There's more things I want to learn. So now, what would it take on a monthly income, into the business, not the money that you're personally taking home, because ultimately if the business brings in more, you can take a bit more. But what type of revenue would you need to generate? The easiest way to think about that is, what if we doubled it? So if you're making $15,000 a month in revenue coming into your business, and it was to increase to 30, would that give you the things that you want? If it would, that's great, perfect. And if you're okay with that, that's awesome, right? Maybe you want 50. Or maybe you're at 50 and you need to go to 100. Your business is going to be different from every single business and every different business owner out there for that ideal revenue goal. If you're in a more rural area, you're obviously your cost of living is not as high as if you're in a metro area. Different cities are all different. So think about that. Now, let's lock that in. What would your lifestyle be like if you had that revenue coming in? What were the things that you would do? Would you live in a different house? Would you drive a different car? Would you have different recreational activities? Would you have a different routine? Meaning, would you get up in the morning and go to the gym every day because you're not as stressed about money? If that's the case, That's your new routine. Even though you might not be at that right now in your business, you need to position your mind to think and act like that is. I don't mean, and don't get me confused, or don't be confused with what I'm saying, whereas, okay, I need to level up and go buy a new car. Well, if you don't have the revenue right now, don't go and do that. But think as if you did. How would you feel about yourself? Every single day you wake up, you need to think about this. And if this means that you record audio that's you talking to yourself, or you write it down, you need to consider that. And this isn't like hokey pokey and you know, all this kind of like voodoo stuff where we're talking. And this is serious. I mean, this is something this is what leaders do. This is what people who are successful do. There's a lot of stuff that goes on in the day that interferes with our mindset. And every morning you wake up, it's a reset. It's a whole new day to do something different. So my friend, as you listen to this, just think about it. Think about your life. What are those things that you're not happy with? Because if you dig deep enough, I'm sure that it can reflect back to things that you can change. And when you project a positive mindset, when you carry yourself in a way that makes you feel successful, that reassures and reaffirms to you that you have something of value to give to your customers, your prospects, your family, the general public, your neighbors, your community, it's going to be seen. And before we get into even creating content that's going to help people, we need to believe in our heads, in our hearts, and around us that we're worthy of helping people, that we're worthy of giving people a piece of ourselves, our knowledge, our experience that's going to help them. If you're living in a place of self-rejection, low self-esteem, minimized value, you're not in a position to give the best that you can. So what I want you to do is, in the next 24 hours, do it sooner the better, but before this time tomorrow, take at least 20 minutes, sit alone, quietly, wherever you are, and just think about that. What did I tell you? Think about your monthly revenue, where you're at. If that was doubled, how would things change? What would your life look like? And write that out. Write it like a short story. And read that every single day that you wake up. You need to reset your mind every single day. That, my friend, is how you're going to get the mindset that's going to get you the business that you deserve. Thanks for listening.
Thanks for listening to the Content Amplification Podcast. If you have questions about how you can amplify your content strategy, go to amplifymycontent.com.